Here at the Catawba County Sheriff's Office with Sandy Austin from the Community Relations Division, and we are talking about Project Lifesaver today. And first of all, to introduce this topic, tell us what Project Lifesaver is.
Project Lifesaver is a transmitter that has a 3-digit frequency number, so that if for some reason we had to do a search, that's the number we would use on that person.
The people that you are generally searching for through Project Lifesaver, tell us what categories. I know that Alzheimer's is one of the categories, but are there other folks that may wander that might be eligible for this?
Yes, sir. You've got dementia, you've got autism, and sometimes you have those wanderers. They still haven't been diagnosed with those, but you still can put them on the program, so they would be the ones that qualify.
Let's go through the process now. There's an individual watching this that may think, I have a family member who we're a little concerned about that may wander off, elderly family member or whoever it is. What do you need to do, and what's the process for them to get hooked up with Project Lifesaver?
Okay, so what they can do is they can call the sheriff's office, or, we've got the Unifor area, so sometimes you have people, Rob, I know, that's in different areas, so all they have to do is call emergency management or the sheriff's office, and they'll have a way that you can reach to that person. Once we get that phone call, then there's a process of an application that we can fill out, and be able to put that transmitter on. Okay,
and so once you get them hooked up with it, tell us how the process works if someone wanders. Like you're a family member, you're in this, and folks are looking at the footage now. I'm showing them the materials that you have laid out here and the materials people would use. But once someone calls the sheriff's office, what happens next?
Okay, so what will happen, I'll get an email or get a phone call, and then I will,
And they call 911, correct?
Well, now, when we do the application, we've got to do the application first. And then, once we get that done, then we got all their information. Okay. So all they would have to do is, once that's on there, is call 911 and say, hey, my mother or my son or whoever it is has just wandered off. I just don't know where they're at. So what it does, it sends us an alert that's on that search team. And so those people that's available will actually start in that area. You'll have people from Newton, Conover, Maiden, different areas that will come in different locations. So that way you've got, can get to them quicker. But we have a receiver that we will actually put that 3-digit frequency number in. And so once you get in the car, it's the first thing you do. So that way, as you start out through there, you'll start picking up a signal. And once you get that signal, you radio in, hey, I'm picking up a signal from such and such location. And that brings us on in even closer. Okay. Yeah, the most we've done here in Catawba counties has been about 30 minutes.
I was about to ask you that. So you typically find people very quickly through Project Lifesaver, correct?
Yes.
Okay, so if folks want to get involved in this, they're watching this, say, yeah, I do have that relative that I want to be involved. Do they call the sheriff's office, or is there a specific person they need to contact to start the process of applying?
Yes, they can call the sheriff's office and just tell that they need to speak with somebody about trying to get their loved one on Project Lifesaver.
And also, you're on social media, correct?
Yes, we have a Facebook that's on the sheriff's office, so that information is actually on that. Okay,
and we also should mention that you should check, I guess, that page throughout the year, because you have car shows and other events, correct?
Yes, sir, and that's what helps a lot, Rob, because, a lot of times I'll go out and do these events with like Pace at Home or SIRS meetings and different things like that. So people, you're sitting in this group, Rob, and what's so sad is you see somebody kind of look like they're, really hurt, and you get talking to them, they say, I wished I'd known about Project Lifesaver when my mom was here. And that's what I'm all about, Rob, is trying to get the communication out there, the resources out there, so people can get it. If I had my way, everyone that needs it would have that program.
And the program is free to those who aren't able to pay, but some people do pay, correct?
Yes, sir. Some of them will pay $20 a month, but we do not turn down people that cannot afford it.
Well, thank you so much. We appreciate the work you're doing, and I know you also appreciate your volunteers.
Yes. It's wonderful to be a big part of this community and just being able to get out and help other ones.
Sandy Austin, Community Relations Division with the Catawba County Sheriff's Office. We're talking about Project Lifesaver. Check them out on their Facebook page. And with Sandy from the Catawba County Sheriff's Office, I'm Rob Eastwood, WHKY News.